We're here at our farm at Capel, southwest of Western Australia. We have two farms in our family operation, one here at Capel and one out at Boyett Brook. We've been here at Capel for 3 generations. My grandfather came out here in the 1930s, 1940s and started this property. We farm 900 hectares here at Capel, split between 2 herds of 250 dairy cows and about the same beef breeders, and also crop about 400 hectares, which are just feed grains for our dairy and beef fattening. I've been on a mineral fertiliser program for about the last 5 years on this irrigation. Prior to that, I was pretty much just a conventional fertiliser, and I was starting to have a lot of trouble on this country with ponding and not being able to get an effective reseed. So I switched over to a mineral program, which has increased the soil structure immensely on this type of dirt, getting a lot more moisture retention. Got a really good clover base back into this country. I was having real troubles with sodium issues in the soil, which was locking up potassium and cutting down being able to drive the grass and pasture production. Working with the guys from the mineral fertilisers, we're thinking outside the square, using a few different products like humates and trying to lock that sodium up and get the potassium released from the soil, and it's really working. This year's been a pretty poor year as far as rainfall, and we're still getting upwards of sort of 10 tonne per hectare bulk feed. The best way to get minerals into your animals for the animal health is through the grass. So we've actually, over a 3-year period, been able to cut down all the supplementary minerals we feed to the dairy cows through the bale. So basically every mouthful of green feed that they get out in the paddock is supplying them with the minerals, and obviously through the summer we don't have that green feed, but all the silage that we've made and hay that they get fed has got that extra minerals in it as well. A couple of other things I'm sort of concentrating on here is just to get like a real balance across the soils, and that sort of increases my productivity, but it's also about targeting the limitations in your soil type. I was spending a lot of money on fertiliser products before and not seeing it in the paddock and thinking, why? What's going on here? I can see how much I'm spending, but just not seeing a return in the paddock. Whereas on this mineral program, I can physically see from my soil tests and what's happening in the paddock that I've targeted those limitations, getting a huge response in the pasture and the animals and what I can grow to feed them. When prices aren't so bad or the weather's a bit shitty, at least you know what you're doing, the money you're spending on your farm and your soils is going to get you through to the next season. When other blokes are complaining, it's not raining, we can't grow any feed, your paddocks are looking really good and you're moving forward in a positive way, both for your animals and your soil going forward for the next generation.